Man, what up? What up? Saturday. It's Saturday, February the 8th. It's 4:12 in the afternoon. Uh Chilling. I'm off on the weekends, you know. But yeah, man. Alright. I just wanted to talk about on this one right here, right? I wanted to talk about just being careful, right? Because a lot of times, bro, a lot of times we we make decisions. We make decisions not knowing how it can affect our life, and not only affect our life, right? Well, yeah, affect our life, and not only that, how bad they can affect our life, right? And then see, this is the thing that I always be trying to tell you. Well, that I be trying to tell you guys, like, in the sense of like being careful, right? In the sense of being careful, and not only that, like being smart enough to know, obviously, what is good for you, right? You gotta understand that not everything is for everybody. Not everything is for everybody. So with that being said, to the young people, right? Or to the younger, this really doesn't apply to any age group. But I mean, if you really just think about it, obviously, well, yeah, to the younger people, right? Understanding that if you make a decision to do anything, and see, this is the thing, right? We're not cautious. We don't take the proper precautions in life, right? Because we're young, we probably don't know. And this is the thing, right? Everything that isn't good for you is like really pushed. It's pushed on you, right? Even if you're not looking for it or whatever, right? In the sense of like peer pressure, alcohol, marijuana, things like that, right? And not only that, right? Other things, right? Other things as well, right? It's really a whole plethora of things, right? That when you're young, and in order for you, well, you might feel, right? And not only young, I've seen older older people too, you know what I mean, fall victim to wanting to fit in, right? Wanting to fit in, and not only wanting to fit in, right? Wanting acceptance of other people, right? Not understanding that, I mean, bros, in our reality, some people don't even care, right? But I've noticed, like I said, I've been there, right? I've been there. Bro, I've done things that I didn't want to do, right? For the acceptance of others. And not only that, right? When you're young, right? When you're young, it's very critical. It's a very critical time, right? Because you don't spend enough time to wanting to learn yourself and wanting to figure yourself out for who you are. Instead, you're out here and you're following a group of people, or not necessarily, you're not even following a group of people. You're following a trend, right? You're following a trend, right? You think that, you know what? I'm young. I'm at an age where this is what everybody's doing. So I am going to. So anyways, so you're at an age, right? Where everybody's doing this. So you think that this is what you have to do. When in all reality, you don't. When it comes to drugs, alcohol, and other things, right? And other things. There's a whole lot of things, right? I just don't want to say the words, but you catch my drift, right? I remember being young, dude, and whatever, right? What's in, right? What's in? What does it first start with when you're young, right? Bro, and I'm talking about at a young age, right? When you live in a certain area, right? When you live in a certain area, but also too, like, well, okay, so let me go. When you live in a certain area, right, you're exposed to certain things, right? And not only that, right? Uh, you know, in certain communities, you know, like I'm Mexican, right? And not only that, so in certain communities, in certain areas, you know, poverty, you know, skin color, because we're not the only ones that go through this, right? A lot of factors got to do with this topic here that I'm saying, right? So you tend to make these, you tend to want to follow the crowd, and you tend to want to do these decisions, take these decisions of not knowing what the repercussion is. Because a lot of these things, right? Let's just, for example, let's just say for a substance, right? For a substance. You thinking it's all fun and games, right? You want to experiment. No. You want to experiment with certain things, and I get it. I understand, right? We're young, right? And we don't, especially if you don't have the guidance, right? Now, let me go back to being young, not having, a lot of us, we don't have, or we didn't have a father in the house. Didn't have a father in the house. You don't have that father figure. And not only that, right? You don't have that discipline, and you do not have that, how can I say it, right? That discipline, and not only the discipline, like, you know, when you do something wrong and there's nobody there to tell you what you did wrong, and not only that, enforcing it, right? That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Enforcing and acknowledging that you did something wrong. And if you don't have nobody to set you straight, to let you know what you have done was wrong, you just continue. And now, like I said, right, these things are being pushed in certain areas to certain communities at a young age, right? At a young age. Because I know and I understand that what I have experienced, other people in other demographics will never experience, will never even know, will never go through these things, right? And see, another thing too about it is, it's not like, bro, playing this blame game and playing this victim, you know, this victim thing, right? And like I said, right, these things are being pushed at an early age, right? Because I never had access to these things, right? I never had access to these things until I was out, quote unquote, in the real world, right? You don't get to go out into the real world when you're young. When you're young and you start going to these public places, right? You know, like public school. these public schools out here, not all of them, right? Because you have good areas. Obviously, you know, we all know where a good area is, where the bad area is, right? So, anyways, when you're out in these public places, right? Public school, right? And you're young. You don't,
Come on, bro.
you are not access, you don't have access
Come on, bro.
to these things, right? And now you're young, you're small, you go out to the real world, you know, school. I'm saying this is where it starts, right? And now you are out in the world, right? At a young age. And now you're being exposed to certain things, right? Another thing, now I don't want to also too, I don't want to say that, you know, because also too, you don't know how other people are living, right? If you think if you think something, you know, if you're living in a bad, if you have a bad situation for a lifestyle or living in, just know that there's somebody else 9 times out of 10 probably going through something similar or even worse than you, right? Experience, and I'm talking about as a young kid, right? So because I'm gonna just keep it on me, right? I never had access to drugs until I went to school. I never knew what a drug was. I didn't know what drugs were. I didn't know what all these things were, right? Because I was raised, you know, I was at home, you know, just my mom, single parent, my older brother, me, and my sister. So I didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't know what these things were, right? Until I went to school, until I was around other people that I didn't know how they were living. I didn't know what type of parents they had and stuff like that, right? And a lot of things start at home, right? But I'm just saying, this was, like I said, these things didn't start at home. These things started out when I was out and in the public school, right? Now, like I said, right, fast forward, right? Now you're at an age where this is what everybody's doing. And you know, when you're young, bro, you don't have your mental game in check. You're not secure in who you are. You're not secure in who you are. And then so you start falling to these devices. You start falling to the peer pressure. You start falling to the I don't want to be left out. You know, you don't want to get left out type thing. So now you're in a weak state where now you have to compromise. You have to compromise, and either you get down or you lay down type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So either you want to go and you want to fit in and you want to be doing what everybody else is doing, right? Just to fit in, right? So now you start doing things, right, that honestly you don't want to do, right? You don't want to do, right? Just being honest. A lot of these things, right, I didn't want to do, right, but I wanted to fit in, and I had that fear of missing out. So now I'm doing things, right, I don't want to do, right? Bro, I would do these things, right, first off, knowing I'm lying. I'm doing these things, right? I don't even like the feeling, but I want to fit in so much, and I want to hang out, and I want to kick it, and I want to be down. So now I keep doing these things, right? And eventually, when you do something over and over and over, you take, like, by default, you take a liking to these things, right? And not only that, your tolerance starts kicking in, and you start taking a liking to these things, and now you have a tolerance, right? Not knowing and not understanding, right, of the things that you do, and just in the name of wanting to fit in, you can lose your life. You can lose your life in the sense of, because this happened, right? I've been around people that wanted to experiment and ended up overdosing. Boom, dead. You know? Not only that, right? As you get older, you start to, now the waters start getting muddy. The waters start getting muddy. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're out and about, right? You're growing up, you're out and about, and now you're interacting, and now you're mingling with people. You're mingling with these people, right? And everybody has a different vice. You know what I mean? You used to hang out with this circle. This is a circle of just potheads. Now you start expanding. You go over here. And these people are on pills. You go over there. You see what I'm saying, right? Because you start growing up, you start venturing. You're not in just your little area. You're not in your neighborhood. You're not in your little apartment complex where you're growing up. Now you out in the world at a young age, right? And now you decide to do something not knowing that one hit can just turn into a life sentence. In the sense of, you're doing these things, right? You take that one hit, and now you're addicted to this thing. And a lot of people, bro, these things and these substances are so, they're strong, right? They're strong and whatever. And when you're at an age, right, where, you don't have any responsibilities, I get it. You're young. I understand. I've been there. But like I said, right, this one hit, right, it can cost you your life, right, by getting a bad batch overdose. Or not only that, right, that one hit, you can like it so much that now you're just a fiend, bro, and you're just a dope head or a crackhead, whatever you want to call it, or this or that. Not only that, a pill head, an alcoholic, right, for the rest of your life, right? For the rest of your life, right? And I'm going to tell you one thing, bro. There's nothing. First things first, right? Let's just say it like this, right? There's nothing so, and I've experienced it, right? I'm going to be honest, right? There's nothing better in life knowing that you don't have to depend on something in order for you to live a happy life. Bro, it's a lie, bro. You don't need alcohol, bro. You don't need marijuana, bro. You don't need all these pills and potions, right, to be happy, right? You don't, right? But this is the mental trick. This is a mental trick that tends to get you, right? Because these highs, bro, and these things, right, it could be just like, oh, man, I'm just having fun with my friends, right? And like I said, bro, this little just, oh, I'm just having fun with my friends, bro, could turn into a nightmare, bro. Bro, because I've seen it, bro. I've seen it and I've experienced it, right? I'm lucky enough to know, and I've been blessed to know what it feels like to be on these things, right, and lose it all, and then been able to experience to the other side now of just not having to depend on these things, right, in order for me to live my life, right? Because a lot of these people out here, bro, they do certain things, right, and like, bro, they cannot function, bro. Some people can even get out of bed, bruh. Some people can't even, like, bruh, and I don't understand, right? Like, and I get it, right? Because we all have childhood trauma, right? About how these things, right? About how these things can take a toll on you, right? Can take a toll on you, and how you're not able to function, right? Now, this is the thing, right? Something's like, bro, life is not that messed up, bro, for somebody to want to get up and wake up, bro, and just be high all day, bro. It's just not, bro. It's just not. I get it, right? We all go through things and it get a little messed up out there, right? But life is not that bad, bro. And then from it became a choice. I'm gonna choose to do this. Now it's not a choice. Now you need this. You need this to get through, to get by, to get by, for you to just get by and get on through your day, right? Now you need these things, right? And not only that, bro, I done seen it, right, bro? You trade, bro, your happiness, your joy, bro, your family, everything, bro, over these substances, right? I mean, the proof is in the pudding, bro. Look at the people, bro, that are on the street, right? Look at the people that are in the street. And not only that, right? Like, bro, loved ones, you know, you have a loved one that, you know what I mean? Bro, these things kill, right? A lot of people don't have that blessing, don't get that blessing, right? And a lot of these people, bro, are living hell on earth, bro. Because that's all it is, bro. An addiction is, bro, it's just, it's bad, bro. It's ugly, bro. It's ugly, bro. It's ugly for you to want to get rid of, like, or not get rid of, but for you, you know this thing is killing you. You know this thing is affecting you. You know this thing has robbed you of everything, right? But you're just so addicted to it, right? You're so addicted to it that you just can't let it go. This thing has consumed you. It's so strong, it's overpowering, and it has stripped you of your life. And now you dedicate the rest of your life, or the rest of the time, to finding that next high, bro. That's sad, bro. That's sad, bro. That's so sad, bro. And I've been through it, right? I've been through it, and like I tell you guys, not everybody gets to shake that, right? But if you're blessed enough to shake that, bro, I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? Because it's trial and error, right? It's trial and error. But I will tell you one thing, right? When you leave something, bro, in the past, when you leave, bro, do not go back, bro. And if you mess around, bro, and do go back, right? If you mess around and do go back, right? You can now, if you mess around and go back, right? You don't know if you'll be able to make it out. But the thing about it is experiencing that you have made it out, and then experiencing how green the grass is on the other side. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, man.